Hello, hello, my lovely Licarians. Okay, so we're gonna be getting Hunter's Machete, health potions. We're gonna be going Vi in the jungle. Vi has a lot of early game. Early game presence. There we go. Early game presence. Let's adjust the microphone here. Okay, so yeah, early game presence. How awesome. Looks like we're gonna be doing some Blitzcrank shenanigans. Or maybe not, I don't know. Isn't this great when people decide to do things like this? Oh, here we go. I was gonna do another pull. Alright, so we're gonna pop over here. Alright. So another thing that's interesting about this game is I took the wrong runes. So I'm gonna be a bit more tanky. That also means my ability to kill in the early game is gonna be a little bit harder. Which Vi is supposed to excel in the early game and get those kills. Ah. Wily guys here. Yeah, that's cool. It's gonna force him away. Not gonna attempt. That's unfortunate that happened to Riven. I feel like she thought she had a chance for a second there. And it's nice to like get a helping hand from your teammates. But you just gotta think about it a little more in-depthly. I'm not exactly sure where their jungler is. We're going to avoid them. Well, rather not avoid them, but avoid top lane. Also, Riven might not know what she's doing. Alright, so we're gonna go get some ward items. And we're going to be warding against the Diana. Diana has a decent ganking stage. She's really a champion with a strong mid game. Vladimir is pretty hard to gank. We're gonna ping there just in case. In case. We're gonna look to get some better vision. Our friend Diana here. Pop that. That right there. I'm gonna put that one right there. Then we're gonna indicate that Diana is most likely up. Oh, there she is. Or no, it's not her. Huh? He dead? Oh, nice. Okay, there's Diana. This Zed is being... One of the reasons why the Zed hung around is because he had a shadow ability. He would just get out. We might be able to capitalize on a dragon. But we'll see. That was interesting coming from the Zed. They have the possibility of attempting so they didn't push any wards. So it's group activity time. But it's not gonna have too much effect on the map. Pull it this way. Now, I do have to worry about Diana here. Okay, Riven might die here. Ooh, there you go, buddy. Okay. We're actually going to go, well, we're gonna go that, yeah. I was thinking about going something else, but, never mind. Bot lane! There we go. Oh, that heal. Way to go, Blitzcrank. Block that. Now I'm actually glad that I took, the tank runes instead of my normal runes. Because what the tank rune does is it gives me Okay. They're gonna... They're gonna have a bot tower. They might have a dragon too, we'll see. It's just a little dangerous to go into that area right now. If they're smart, they'll get the dragon. Alright, so we're going to scan this area. Yeah, they got it. Alright. What we should have told Blitz, because I had the capacity to do that, was just to tell him to get out of the area. Like, oh, I don't want to do that. He understood that objectives are important, but what he doesn't understand is it's too risky. He has to develop the sense for risk management. Risk management. There's an episode of Seinfeld where they talk about risk management. Yeah, there's Zed. Zed is roaming a lot. He's making it count. But yeah, the way that hey, nice dude. Alright, so we're gonna try to get some eyes. Now we're gonna get out because Zed... Yeah, he's right there. No, Zed is, he's on point, man. He's making sure that, certain objectives, are not overlooked. Alright, this fight is going to be rough because they are ahead. Blitz was a little late there. Oh, can he make it? Oh, he can. We did pretty good considering in that fight. Let's see. Did she just leave? But yeah, one thing I've been trying to convince myself of is pinging. Pinging before, pinging after, all that jazz. Make sure our guys don't overextend. Alright, we gotta back out. This should not be alone like that, sadly. Blitz should not be alone. He came late to the party. I won't chase him. He can pop that, then I'll go back. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna get one of these and one of that. Kind of strange why. Oh, was he setting that up for Vayne? I mean, not for Vayne, but for Riven? Crazy. I'm gonna keep up here for a second. Zed is somewhere. Yeah, it's just not very safe to do it. Not safe. Not safe! Eh! They were just planning on taking us out. Yeah, Triss just needs to be careful. It's there was Zed. Alright, so that's how you do it, boys. That's how you do it. Alright, you got 640. Alright. We're gonna go back. This is risky. Yeah. That should not have been done. Oh, hello! What the heck, man? Whoa, man. What the heck? My goodness. Alright, we're gonna go answer the, oh, yeah, we're gonna answer that. Wow, they got it. Alright. So I made sure to ward this area. We're going to throw thing down there. A lot of times that is a popular spot. And there's our assassins there. We've got no Tristana for you to assassinate, buddy. Okay. Okay, he's dead. He was just, he was too pushed forward. Okay. Hey, there you go. That's... Alright, I'm dead. The, Diana came from this end. But yeah, again, what I could have done with the Vlad is tell him to cease and desist, just back off. But I didn't. That's kind of like the things, if you see your players doing something that you think you shouldn't, and you feel like you can't do anything about it, think ping. Oh. Jace, my man. Really? Riven? Not gonna attack him? Oh, you're not getting away, buddy. Or are you? I guess you are. I guess I'm stuck behind Riven, who's teleporting! What? What? I was stuck behind the Riven! What is going on? I was stuck behind... And get out of there ASAP. Get the scuttles. We're gonna go back. We can get an item. Gonna get this magical item. And then head towards dragon. We're gonna try to contest dragon. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, my goodness. Alright, I can't catch her. I can catch him, though. Alright, he's not worth it. But yeah. He's dead now. Of course he does. Of course. Just flashes over. Wastes our time and our abilities here. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I'm gonna throw this over. Then take this out. I'm gonna go back, and what item should we get? They're mostly, well, Diana's gonna do some damage. So let's get this for Diana's sake. Vlad needs to not be pushed up here. Yeah, you're out of here, buddy. Okay. Alright, so I'll prep for Dragon. Or, I mean, I'll prep for the Baron. Come on, blue. Alright, that's fine. All right. Nice. You can do it, Trist. Yeah. Oh, well. That's the risk that you take when you try to do a Baron and you got some minion problems. Come on, minions. Come on, minions. You can do it. Alright. It did some pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. But, hey, Diana just sitting in the bush. We're gonna scan the area. Just gonna take a pot. Okay. He can use that all he wants. Come on, guys. Everyone needs to gather around. Uh-oh, Jinx is out of position. All right, nice. Adios, amigo. All right, so I think that's game. So yeah, so just a little all right, so we're gonna protect all right. Ooh. So you noticed? Okay. So at that, so they were all going, it was Diana's decision. I kind of saw her first. So I think it was Diana's decision to go down to the dragon. Except 5 people kind of have a mind of their own. We're going to give great shot calling to Riven, because I think she was doing some work there. But when she Diana, just a piece of advice, learn to rotate. anyway, okay. So with what happened there at the end, and what's interesting is instead of me engaging, I can't engage or I will die. Instead, I walked between where Jinx would have gone, forcing her to go the long way. And Diana and they initiated a fight because they're saying, well, we got to contest dragon. So Jinx was taken out of the fight by merely walking in between, like walking like through her pathing. That was the game. That was one of the elements, strong element to win the game. Because then she positioned herself then she positioned herself between my team and me. And all I had to worry about was the Shen, and the rest of my team was coming. So I pretty much had Jinx in the bag. I think she tried to get out. Maybe she flashed or something, but or maybe she just tried to walk out. But it's hard to get away from a Vi that has all their abilities up. But it wasn't that my initiation was the element that kind of clinched the game there. It was just my positioning relative to Jinx's positioning. Here's Jinx. Here's me. Like, oh, hello, Jinx. And she's like, oh, no. I'm going to go this way. That's... Hey, all right. So that is the power of positioning. And you can call that particular positioning, you could call it interference, where you simply, as an initiate, and a lot of times junglers are initiates, essentially you're the one who starts the fight, takes some damage, and sort of leads the charge in terms of objectives. With the rotation, I was making sure that everything was going underway at Baron, but the team kind of went on ahead, and for me, I was just trying to get good positioning for myself and meet up with my team. Essentially, the way that I saw it is my team was in the area. If a team fight was going to break out, I'm going to do my best to catch up. But as luck would have it, I mean, I wasn't that far behind my team, so it's not like, oh guys, I'm at base, you guys are dragging. Hang on a second. I was just across the way, and I was like a couple of seconds away, so I think that's all right. But it just so happens that all of them were rotating too, but all of their paths weren't rotating at the same time, and they got split off. And I split them off even more because of my positioning, my interference positioning. So if you are if you're a jungler or initiate, you can be a top lane and be someone who starts the fight, an initiate. You can actually control the tempo of the fight just by standing in between ADCs. Just standing in between. You don't have to even feel the need to initiate. It'll get you a little time to get used to this kind of tactic. A lot of people are like, do I go in? Do I not go in? I'm just gonna go all in and hope for the best. But it's like it's a split second decision. But I've gotten to the point where I knew that it would have been death if I would have gone and started attacking Jinx like that, because I guarantee you Zed, Shen, all these guys would have been after me to get me off of Jinx, and I can't kill Jinx in one fell swoop. It took me my Q, an auto, my W, my R to close the gap, and another Q, something like that. And that is far from a 1 or 2 shot kill, 1 or even 3 shot kill. That's like a 5 or 6 shot kill. And that's enough time for Shen to taunt me, for other people to get around me, and F me in the B. But yeah. So I'm not bombarding you guys with so much information. Tactic of positioning, you can call that interference, and how effective it is just by walking in between to cut off people's pathing. You know, because I'm like a hybrid tank, and Jinx knows if she tries to fight me, she will lose. All right, so let's do some itemization. I got this guy Hex Drinker for the Diana. This is for the main damage, which is coming from Zed. It's coming from him as well, Jace, and our Jinx. In a situation like that, when you have 3 people doing damage, AD, armor is king. And when you have sort of like a combination of armor and health, health is always going to be awesome in the earlier game, and Dead Man's Plate also allows you to in my case, catch up with people, or, you know, get some, but yeah, catch up with people. So I can get ahead, I can get better positioning. So as an initiate, this helps to get you that perfect positioning. And this is just a little more survivability versus the Diana. I will respect the Diana, that if I can survive a little long, I might, you know, do something in the game. Enchantment Warrior, because without this item, Vi really doesn't do that great. So that's one of the things, like, sometimes I would change it to Cinder Hulk, but you really need that warrior enchantment. The Riven is going for like just annihilation build here. She's got Ravenous Hydra. So essentially she's going to do as much damage in one fell swoop as she can. And she's got Death Dance to continue to fight. When she's got on the sliver of health and somehow she stays in the fight, that's Death Dance. And then she's got some Ninja Tabai, and that is great because 3 of these guys do 80 damage, and according to how Ninja Tabi works, it's got armor and it's gonna block from basic attacks. You know, he's got basic attacks, basic attacks, basic attacks. They all got basic attacks, but anyway. So this is what a king item this is. Only time when you want to go Mercury Treads if you figure that you're gonna be CC'd just to death. Mercury Treads are the way to go. With the Vlad, Vlad was doing great, and what's great about Vlad is he just keeps coming, and he can build defensively, which is crazy. I love Vlad in lane, because he does so much damage, and he doesn't take a lot of damage. And he was playing a little goofy like in mid game, but I think, and I would hope, that the pings I gave him later on, I'm gonna go back. Someone's pinging me back. And the Blitzcrank, I guess at Legion, I guess it's okay. They have a lot of like AoE stuff that, this usually protects from magic damage. However, you know, when you upgrade it, you can get a shield that protects everybody. So it's fine. But usually when you see these items when you have a, you know, an area of attack. But now that I think about it, you know, Jace kind of has an area of attack. It's a small area, smaller than, Jinx also has a small area of attack with her rockets. And then finally Zed, he can actually fling his shurikens everywhere. So it can do a lot of damage with sort of like a certain conal attack. That's still a fair amount of damage. So I will give this item my blessing. Blessing! You got this Knight's Vow to protect the Jinx. It also allows him to get run towards Jinx quicker. Let's actually talk about this item. I don't think I've ever read this item. Okay, so the active, that means when you activate it. The active, when you activate it. Designated designate mean choose, and allied. Okay. The and the allied are a little close together. An allied. No, come back. An allied champion is your partner, and it's a 60-second cooldown. So you can't reactivate that until 60 seconds. If your partner is nearby, gain 20 plus armor and movement speed towards them. So that is the active. Meaning when you place it on your little ADC or whoever, you're going to travel quicker to that person. And if your partner is nearby, your partner has to be nearby. You gain additional armor and movement speed towards them. So I'm not sure exactly how close you have to be next to him, but you can't be across the map and be like, I'm coming. Because that's how Blitzcrank. I'm coming. If your partner is nearby, heal for 12%. Okay, this is the passive. Of your damage, your partner heals 2 champions and redirects 12% of the damage your partner takes from champions to you as true damage. Healing and damage redirection are reduced by 50% if you are ranged. Okay, that's a little complicated. That's a mouthful. If your partner is nearby, heal for 12% of the damage your partner deals to a champion. Means if Jinx, or no, who was there? If Tristana does damage to another champion, Blitz actually heals. And then, let's see. That's what I heal 12% of the damage your partner deals. So that's what I got from that. Two champions, and redirect 12% of the damage your partner takes from champions to you. So if Tristana takes damage, 12% of that damage will be converted to Blitzcrank as true damage. True damage is going to bypass any armor or whatnot, but essentially that is if Tristana's take a blow. If Tristana takes a blow, then Blitzcrank will take 12% of the blow. It's like the little flick. So yeah, he'll take 12% of that, and healing and damage redirection reduced by 50% if you are ranged. So if you're a ranged champion, you actually get healing and damage redirection are reduced, so it's lessened. This item would not be a good item on a ranged area or ranged support. So you might not want to get this. You go ranged. Champions can only be linked by Knight's Vow one at a time. Okay, yeah. You try to do that and it won't work. Alright, Jinx, pretty standard stuff from Jinx. You've got Infinity Edge, you got Runan's Hurricane, and then you've got Rapid Fire Cannon. She's doing a lot of damage. It's possible that instead of Runan's Hurricane, that she could have got Static Shiv. She would have done more burst damage. And also she would have had, let's see, this gives you, okay, 5% movement speed. And this gives you 7%. So I guess it depends on certain things, but for me, I would build Static Shiv, but I don't know a whole lot about ADC, so this is, I mean, I would say this is a Val item, but I wouldn't pick it. But maybe I just don't understand enough. The Zed, pretty plain as far as Zed goes. He's got his Youmuu's, he's got his Duskblade, he's got more than Mortius to avoid damage from the I think does Blitzcrank do? I think he did some magic damage, and then Vlad right here. So that is a strong item and a strong. I think a couple of times he survived off of the shield of this thing. And then you've got Jace, which is pretty much like the build of Zed, where you kind of want to like. It's almost like an assassin, but he functions a little differently, and he has great range. But essentially you do a lot of burst damage all in one combo, and these items are just fine. And what's interesting is both Boots Lucidity, so they want their abilities up a Peranto. And then you've got Shen. Support Shen is a little difficult because you are lacking farm. But it looks like he was doing pretty well. He had several items that were components, and sadly he wasn't able to complete some of these items. It looks like he was trying to complete a Thorn Mail. It got a little magic resist, so this is okay. But you're gonna be, Shen does need items to be super tanky, and until the game, if the game went really late game, then you would have seen maybe like a, Shen just dominating or something like that. But because Shen went support and you need items as Shen, it's a little different. It's a little difficult, but I think he may do pretty well with support. And not only that, you've got shield where you can utilize the shield. It could have been better that at some point Shen went on his own and farmed and joined the lane with his Stan United. That could have been an option, but that's sort of like a higher level play as far as that. But he could have been on getting items and getting better farm, but because these guys, his build is almost full. These guys are doing so much damage. Like, share some of the wealth, guys. And then finally, Diana in the jungle. Diana in the jungle, you can do it, but she's not the fastest clearer. And it's gonna slow things down. I believe she wasn't at all. I don't think she was very active during the beginning because it is hard to get a gank off. It's a little clumsy due to her abilities, but you can still blow flashes and all this, and have some relevance in the early game. But getting a kill is difficult because Diana's mid game is I feel like is the strongest, because then you get the ability, you get your R, which you have the capacity to keep following somebody, you keep pursuing somebody. So you also have the capacity of doing the, moon thing where you throw your moon out and you do tons of damage. So she's really more, I feel like she tops out at mid game, but she still can be pretty good late game. But early game, she lacks a bit. But she's not, I mean, when it comes to late game, I think of late games like Jinx, like Tristana, that they just chunk you in like a couple, like maybe 2 hits. Yikes, man. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this this kind of comeback game. I hope you enjoyed like the item analyzation. And we're gonna wrap things up. I will see you guys next time. Hi-yo. Later.